Welcome back to 59 Minutes. My name is Levi Kones. We are here with Dr. David Matsanga, Pan-African Forum Chairman. We are discussing matters to do with the political happenings of the week. And a lot of things are being said here. One of which, of course, is... Daktari, are you back?
Yes, I'm back. I'm here.
You're back. You're here.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah? I was wondering whether it was... now that you are talking about IBC, I was wondering whether it was IBC who had given you a call.
Which IBC? They do what?
Now that you're making a lot of allegations about them and saying that
I am not making, please, I am not, no, I am not making, you see, my opinion is not Kenyan opinion. The Kenyans can say the election is free and fair. But for me, a man who has observed the elections in 52 countries around the world, and who has been there when elections are being conducted, who has monitored the elections, who has seen and gave a report to verifiable elections, I don't see the path that Wafula Chebukati has walked through succeeding in any court of law.
Daktari, there's not a single election in this particular continent that has never been marred. Which election? Maybe since you've observed so many, tell us which country has done one where you say it was largely, uncontestable or largely free and fair. I mean, this is Africa.
Ghana, South Africa. Yes, South Africa does election.
Choose within the parties. That's not really an election.
Yeah, but that is
not in the true form of the word that we know.
Excuse me. You should not talk like a villager. You better talk like an educated man. And
they're watching you.
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If boss, you are an author of books. Don't talk that South Africa is not an election. South Africa uses a proportional representation system. It has stabilized South Africa's elections. That you don't hear of violence of election caused by election results in South Africa. No. So why can't Kenya learn from the past and change the system, the voting mechanisms? How do we...
Does not involve the voice of all the people.
I am saying, I think you are not getting my point. My point is, why is it that every time your mom runs to Uganda, then comes back during election time? Let me come closer to your heart.
You don't run to Uganda, but we are here in this election.
No, honestly, your mom is my sister. She always comes home and stays there, then comes back. And you are telling me that's very good? Why don't you?
There is no election in Africa that we can say.
There is.
I think we are trying as we go. I'm just trying to get you to say that maybe we are better than we were last time.
Okay, I want to tell you authoritatively, there is there are countries in Africa that hold free and fair elections. South Africa is one of them. Ghana is one of them. Presidents concede and go ahead and wait for another year. Those are two countries. If you are saying there's no election in Africa, yes, you better change your English language at this moment. There are countries in Africa, or say very few countries in Africa, hold a free and a fair election. You know, this television is learning exercise.
Yes. Now, saying elections that have no irregularities, because we always have those ones in Africa. People will say, okay, this was not so good, we should try this. The questions will always crop up the way we have. So we say, is the decision not to hold an election, or shall we say, let's continue repairing the system as we travel? Unajua gari iko na shida, lakini tunatengeneza tukisonga.
You see what?
Instead of benching the vehicle.
What Chebukati is holding now is an auction, not an election. It's an auction. Don't mistake an auction with an election. An auction where some candidates came with their documents You gave them appointment and you never saw them. You never even wrote back to them and told them that you are not able to qualify. Yet they gave you documents with all the signatures you wanted. An election where petitions are still in court is not an election, it's an auction. An election where signatures are declared null and void, when some have used the signatures to contest in an election, is an auction. An election where candidates that are corrupt, that have no integrity, allowed to stand in an election is an auction. An election, you want me to speak how many times so that you can know? An election is not a one-day process. An election is a long process. It's not one day you come cast the vote. There are people who are casting the vote when they don't know where ballot papers were printed, which type of material was used, who has printed more of these papers. There are people going to cast the vote when they don't know the kits, the type of kits, whether their names will be present. There are people who are going to court, who are going to vote when there's a case in court challenging the same voting pattern, whether it is electronic or it is manual. So you call that an election or an auction?
Okay, so very quickly on, because apparently it's going on either way, election, auction is happening in 21 days. Very quickly on the last leg. Tomorrow we're going to be having the vice, not vice, they're now deputy presidential debates. And next week, of course, on 26th, we're going to be having the one for the presidency. What do we look out for tomorrow? What are talking points you think?
I just want to tell you that I got a telephone call from Mr. Wachikoya. And as you are aware, Mr. Wachikoya was my employee when he left Camden town, digging graves in the cemetery. He became my employee for 1 year as a bouncer on my nightclub in Central and in London, in Southeast London, in Surrey. I paid him money to go to school. Every week I was giving him 250 pounds. He called me and told me that he will not attend the presidential interview. And he's busy. He's busy. He will come after the interview, the presidential slot is over, then go on with his campaign. If you want to ask the questions why, what he told me, I can't tell it on national television.
Okay.
Therefore you are a journalist, and Wachikoya is a Kenyan, but he told me that you can confidently tell people that he will not attend. So I don't know whether the deputy woman will attend tomorrow. And you hear very well that Mr. Ruto has also said he will not attend. We don't. No,
they said they're discussing it.
Hussein, please don't mislead people. Mr. Mohammed Hussein, or Hussein Mohammed, came as a spokesman, communication director of Ruto's so-called UDA, came and told us that the decision to attend or not to attend has been left.
Of the principals, yes.
Yes, but for us, for them as a communication team, they have raised red flags against the interview. That is what they said. If by understanding English A.J. Bright, which I read very well, that is exactly what it meant, that they are not sure whether they will turn up. Because even if they are to turn up, what will Rigathi tell Martha Karua, who knows English, who knows so many things, who knows the law, who is not corrupt? What are you going to tell Martha Karua? That she has
himself.
Who a sharp thief?
No, a sharp
I'm talking
tool.
about
A sharp tool. I said a tool.
You know,
That guy don't use my words. Huh?
I don't know why you are calling him a tool of thief, of theft.
It's just a metaphor.
A metaphor. Don't use good metaphors on bad people. And I don't teach your children that bad. Tell them the truth that people is a thief. They smell theft. Everywhere you see them, they smell theft. Wizi, ukabarati, kukabarata watu, sindio? Is that okay? That good in Swahili? Ukabati, yes.
Yeah.
There is nowhere you sit with Ruto and have a good conversation. He's talking about deal this, deal that one. Let's do this. Let's take money from Emerald, buy helicopters and put them under the names of Duale's brother so that Kinoti does not find the link between the helicopter and me. Ukarabati. Muko na mwizi. Huyo mwizi. Hapana president. You Kenyans can elect him, but not Matsanga. I can't be part and a parcel of that. Luckily enough, I'm not a voter.
The talk nowadays
I am not a voter. I'm not a voter, and I'm happy. I'm talking as an observer.
Given that, and I don't know whether I'm still getting you. It's like our link is fuzzy, Daktari. Can you hear me? Yes, you can.
Yeah, you are saying?
Both camps always say that there's that counter-accusation of thievery, which we have talked here about many times. And people say, you know what, right now in Kenya, who is it? That's the question. They say, you know, I had David D this morning on a radio station talking about, you know, that character is not important, that what's important is systems. That we don't have to look at, because if we look at character, then we can always find fault with anybody at any point. What would you say to that?
He's not big like he is. No, are you able to get me?
Yes.
Are you getting me now?
I'm getting you now.
Why is David in this head shaped badly? And the
of God's decision. That's not our decision, Dr.
So that character is what matters. Institutions, character doesn't matter. If God shaped you the way you are, did God tell you to go and be a thief? I'm asking, I'm taking you through the class of psychology now.
What are you asking?
Did God tell you? I'm trying to ask to bring you on, man, and finish your argument with David indeed. That character.
What are you asking your question about?
Yeah, because I find out what is institution. What institution is there? The institution of IEBC is littered with pitfalls of insanity. Now, what institution is David indeed talking about? David Indee's wife herself is not voting for Ruto. What institution is Mr. David indeed talking about? Is it the institution of marriage? Is it the institution of what? What is the institution? Tell me.
I hear you. We seem to be hanging quite a bit. So I'm going to ask you to just give your final thoughts. Our time is actually gone. What can you tell us this morning as a parting shot, Dr.
You have wasted a lot of my time, unfortunately, and then you are telling me parting shot. Parting shot is very easy. I wish Kenyans good luck. We still have 2 weeks. We still have, yes, we still have 2 weeks or 3 weeks. No, 2 weeks with me, because the third week I don't know whether you'll allow me to come to your station, because we still have 3 weeks for me to analyze this election up to the end. Therefore, let me hope, and I want to wish all Kenyans, if the election has not been stopped, because Chebukati is thinking of stopping elections in some areas. Already, you look at that problem. That problem is already a problem. You are going to stop elections in Nairobi from taking place. And yet the people who come to vote for the governor are the same people who want to come. Who will come back to vote for the governor? How will you? Who will come back to vote for Raila if you have stopped elections in Nairobi and said there will be no governor's elections because there is a contentious issue of Sakaja's papers, academic papers, and so on. So some of these statements, my brother, are the ones that are making people scared of the way this election has been conducted. Otherwise, for me, I only wish you good luck as Kenyans. I want you to be friends, love each other, enjoy, drink together, tea, food, share the common destiny of a country called Kenya. This country is yours. You don't have another country. Keep it together. Follow President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta's legacy, which is very, very important. He has laid a groundwork for you for the future generation. Thank you.
Thank you. That's all we have for today on 59 Minutes. Dr. David Matsanga, Pan-African Forum Chairman. We do ask, of course, that you continue to watch our programming, even as we come back with Leah, with Ilosu. And keep it cast for the rest of the day. God bless you. Good day.